They just brought him up from the minor leagues. He's pitched in 2 games out of the bullpen. Tomo Oka.
Tomo Oka, the right-hander. Been around a long time now. Shoot, he's been around so long, Tom, I even faced him.
All-time leader Connie Mack and John McGraw. A weak pop-up. Short center field. Peralta's there, and Schumacher retired to begin the game. Here with Montreal back in 2002, a 13-game winner. This one in the air to right center field, short of the track. It'll be hauled in by Chu. 1-2 to Albert. And a breaking ball swung on and missed to retire the side. So an impressive opening inning. 27-year-old Las Vegas native Brad Thompson pitches in his 12th game of the season.
By the way, Tom, that pitcher profile, it was brought to you by Sprint.
Well, you never miss a beat. As smooth as silk, just like your playing days down at first with the Cubbies and the Diamondbacks.
Get away from all of it.
In the air by DeRosa, right into the teeth of that wind we talked about, and Ludwig's got it for the second out of the inning. Little bases. On the ground of the shortstop, Bryant. So each pitcher puts together a perfect opening frame. We move to the second, and Cleveland no score. We had 3 extra base hits the entire month. There's a bullet down to first, knocked down by Garco. Start that Ludwig had this year. That ball in the air to right field. It'll back up Chu for the second out of the inning.
Duncan very pleased that he's still in the box.
And on the next pitch, yep, breaks his back. Dumps one into right field to hit. Those are under their new manager and native Ohioan Jim Tracy. That one lined to center, and that'll end the inning. A hit a man left. Pulled hard to the right side. Schumacher is there, and Brad Thompson sets down Chu to start the second inning. But clearly is not pitching in the kind of situations that he was when he first came up. Johnny Peralta ground ball to third for the second out of the inning. It's his nickname, Prong. There's a ground ball again to second. Schumacher throws him out. Back-to-back perfect frame for Brad Thompson. And that has been the game's only base runner. First pitch swinging on the ground off the bat of Joe Thurston. 1 pitch and 1 out for Oakland. One thing
But you know and I know, you listen to him and you know the words just like I do.
You're right. Guilty as charged. Popped up to the second baseman. 2 down in the inning for Schumacher, who pops it up into foul ground. It's Jamie Carroll, and the inning is over.
The basic rule is not how you hit. Ouch. Speaking of hit, Garco takes one right in the arm, and he'll get a painful trip to first base. But it's not how you hit, it's when you hit. And if you can hit with runners in scoring position, you're going to stick around a long time. That fastball just runs in and drills it.
Double play ball here. Ryan Schumacher bats a double play off the bat of Valbuena. Oh yeah, 0-2 the count on Trevor Crowe, and there's a swing and a miss. Molina will flip it down to first, and that's that. How about Brad Thompson? Hardest hit ball of the game, but right into the glove of Valbuena. Caught up with Eric Wedge in between innings. He's very pleased with his starter, Tomo Oka, so far.
Yeah, I really am. You know what? He's being aggressive. He's on the plate. You know, he's trusting his stuff and being efficient in the process. So yeah, we're really happy with this start so far.
What's the game plan so far with Brad Thompson? Are you guys going to have to go to plan B?
Well, you know what? I tell you what, we're fishing for pitches that we don't need to be swinging at. You know, we're trying to put balls in play before 2 strikes that we don't need to be offering at. So we've got to do a better job, with our discipline up there.
You know, Eric, we talked to you before the game. You got to feel like you got to be pretty proud of your team the way at least you're hanging in there right now with all these injuries.
Well, I really am. I feel like we're getting better. I feel like these guys are gaining confidence. We've got a lot of young players up here. I know we've got a lot of guys in the deal fighting to get back here. But, this team right here, we feel like we can win with.
Eric, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
All right, good luck, guys. We'll see you.
Well, Eric Wedge not pleased about that hearty crack of the bat. Number 21 for Albert Pujols, who is now homered in 3 consecutive games. Albert Pujols gives the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. Nice play there by Oka on a hard hit ball back up the box by Rasmus. Out in front of the plate, that is a fair ball. Ludwig stopped. He thought it was foul, and Martinez throws him out. But the Cardinals jump on the board. A hanging breaking ball from Oka. He's on his Cleveland team and has done a pretty good job. Slow roller by the mound. Again, it's Ryan who bobbles, and that means Carroll will reach safely.
Well, speed puts the pressure on the defense, Tom, and Jamie Carroll can fly down the line. Brendan Ryan knows that, and because of that, he just gets a little too quick with it, boots it, and that's a free base runner for the Indians.
Rather than the windup. It's only the second batter the entire game. But Thompson has pitched out of the stretch, and he walks him on 4 straight pitch delivery on the way. Bouncing ball that gets through into right field. A base hit. They're going to wave around Carroll. Throw goes into third, and not in time there as it's cut off. A run-scoring single by Martinez makes it a 1-1 game.
And then all of a sudden, Big John Adams.
Runner gets caught between first and second, and out at first is Martinez. Well, that's a big out right there for St. Louis. The first out in this inning. Well, Martinez caught in no man's land.
Yeah, the mistake there by Victor Martinez. You don't mind the aggressiveness as the ball gets away, but once you commit to go, I'll just keep going. And he just got out in no man's land, and a big out there for Brad Thompson and the Cardinals.
And now St. Louis will bring the infield about halfway in on the left side, all the way in. They come charging in further on the pitch. Swung on and missed by Chu, and that is strike 3 for the second out of the inning.
They're going right back in there.
And got him swinging to end the inning.
It's a heck of a job by Thompson.
Martin returned to their rotation today, but Aramis Ramirez is the only key injury for that team. Now, speaking of the Carpenter, Khalil Green has been out for quite some time. There's a base hitting to left field by Yadier Molina. Cincinnati, their young star first baseman Joey Votto is
around.
Here's Joe Thurston. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and the throw is in the dirt, and Molina reaches safely with a stolen base. All it had to do was get there in the air to Johnny Peralta, and Molina was out.
Hit and run, and it's a failed hit and run, but I guess it's not failed when you reach second base. Not crazy about the effort there from Peralta and short either. He could have even gotten in front of it and knocked it down and still maybe been able to pick the ball up and tag Molina.
Their regular third baseman Troy Gloss has not played all season. There's strike 3 to Thurston for the second out and the second strikeout for Tomo Oakland on Ryan. The go-ahead run is at second base, and a high bouncer. Peralta plays it on the second hop and had no chance when he played it on that second hop. If he'd have come to get it on the first high bounce, he would have easily thrown out Ryan, but Peralta took that second hop, and it cost him.
He hesitates, and when you hesitate at the major league level, he could have come in and gotten that ball. Instead, he decided to play it on the hop. That second hop is all it takes for the speedy Ryan to get to first. This is actually a really nice play by first baseman Ryan Garco on the short hop. That ball gets by. Molina's going to score. Bullpen. Here's Dave Duncan, one of the best in the business.
Sinking liner caught. They had him defended perfectly. Travis Hafner lifts a fly ball into right field. It's not going to get out of the ballpark, however, at the track. It's Ludwig.
Here.
Deep in the hole, it's short off the glove of Ryan. And Garco will reach. I'm sure that will be scored a base hit.
That'll go as a base hit. That's a tough play to the right of Brendan Ryan. Garco takes a curveball and just rips it to the left side. Ryan did everything he could. I'm not sure he'd have been able to throw him out anyways, Tom.
Baseman Schumacher is only time up. This one will sail over the head of Schumacher, and a diving play in right is made by Ryan Ludwig. So the one-time Indian takes a hit away from Valbuena for the second out of the inning.
Oh, what a pretty play. Got a good jump on the ball, did Ludwig. Came in and made a sprawling grab. That ball gets by. That's a 2-1 game in favor of the Indians. And Valbuena, doggone bell-bottom look.
What a play by Albert. Coming off the bag to the glove side. He only lasted 3 1/3 innings in that game, giving up 10 hits. And 5 earned runs.
He's working on a gym here this afternoon. It's one of those things. If you don't bring something to the table like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
This one in the air again to left center field, and Albert Pujols has homered for the second straight time. Mercy, mercy. Hit number 21 in the fourth. Number 22 comes in the sixth, and it's 2-1 St. Louis.
I think Tomooka's going to have to start pitching around Albert Pujols. He makes another mistake this time, a fastball right down the middle, and Albert just short and quick to the ball, and my goodness, did that ball go.
In the game here last night. Ground ball to Peralta, who throws out Rasmus.
Well, he is useful.
Line in the center on a 0-2 pitch, a base hit for Ludwig. That's his first hit today. Whoever it is, they're batting behind him in their lineup. As there's a ground ball for the force out to end the inning. I'm stunned more teams are not just putting him on base. Bullpen, although infrequently, the early part of the year, and that is strike 3 to Carroll. Back to first in time, then a strikeout, keeping the runner at third, then a strikeout to end the inning. And on a 3-1 pitch, DeRosa grounds out to the third baseman Thurston, 2 away.
Lost a heartbreaker to the Yanks last night.
Ball 4.
A dropped pop-up by second baseman Luis Castillo off the bat of Alex Rodriguez.
He missed. Swing and a miss by Chu, and he's gone on strikes. 5 of them inning. Only fitting he would get a base hit into center field. Bunts it in the air. Martinez, a spectacular play to not only find the ball, but then go and get it, leaving his feet. That's the first out of the inning, and what a play by Victor Martinez.
Boy, the effort by Martinez, so impressive. The ball's popped up. Okay, now I'm going to go get it. And with the gear on, make the dive and get a huge out for Tomooka and the Indians. Right into your living room. That is just a great play. Love the effort.
Runner breaks for second. And the throw is in time. No argument from Molina. That ball thrown by Martinez on the third base side of the second base bag, and you thought no way they'd get it. Well, they did.
From Luis Valbuena, the second baseman, the ball gets away. The throw down. Well, that's tough to tell. Second base umpire Jeff Kellogg right on the call. That fires up Martinez. That's a couple of terrific plays. Now the Cleveland fans getting behind him.
One hopper, and he'll get the final out in the seventh. 2-1 ball game as they stand and stretch in Cleveland. Starting pitcher, the 85 pitches is not a big deal. That one banged into left field. It'll go to the wall. Peralta will make the turn. He'll come to second. Here comes a throw from Ankiel. Not going to be in time.
Come into play in one-run games.
Straight away center field. Not going to be deep enough to advance the runner the way Rasmus can throw the ball. They're not even going to take the chance.
Hard thrower. Mid-90s with the fastball.
First pitch swinging and popping it up is Ryan Garco. Joe Thurston the call and the catch. 2 away in the inning after the leadoff double. Now with 2 away, the 8th pitch in this at bat. In the air, pretty well hit into left center field. And it is caught shy of the track by Ankiel to end the inning.
When you're semi-wild as well, Tom, as you fall behind a lot and have to come over the middle of the plate and promptly gives up a base hit on the first pitch he throws.
1 on, nobody out. We're in the 8th. And that's strike 3 on that slider again to Ankiel.
Solo long balls.
This one blasted down the left field line. And playing it up against the wall out there is DeRosa. On to third goes Schumacher. So a pair of home runs and now a double for Albert Pujols.
Rick Ankiel, it was the slider for the put away. I would imagine if you're Rasmus, it's coming again. Let's see if he's looking for it.
He gets away from Martinez, and Schumacher will score on the wild pitch. How about that? And it is a 3-1 lead for St. Louis. Pujols advancing on to third.
Well, that's just a big mistake from Perez there. He had the 0-2 count there, and then he bounces the breaking ball. No chance there for Victor Martinez. It gets away, and the Cardinals score a cheapie. There's the strikeout.
Yep, there's a strikeout on that slider.
Boy, you're kicking yourself now if you're Perez.
And there's ball 4. So here comes Duncan with a run home, 2 on and 2 out, and a 3-1 St. Louis lead. 1-0 delivery and a bouncer to the right side. So Perez just gobbles up the left-handed batters. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Here's a 3-2 to Crow, and he draws a leadoff walk. Brendan Ryan no longer the shortstop. Slider is strike 3 called. 1 away in the 8th. Two after him. And that is a base hit into center field. Slamming on the brakes is Crow. 1-2. Got him to chase. An off-speed pitch. It didn't do much. Up and out of the strike zone. There's a ground ball to the right side, which should end the inning. The Cardinal bullpen takes care of business. Yeah, could not score again off starter Brad Thompson. That one in the hole, it's short. And cutting it loose, Valbuena. Schumacher in the 8th, a double by Pujols, and a wild pitch brought in the 3rd run. Nice pick up there by Hergis on the bunt attempt by Thurston, and there are 2 away in the inning. No one upset anybody. The bird was not injured. There's strike 3. And that'll end the inning. So here we go. Bottom of the 9th inning.
You can't thank him enough.
Indeedy. Josh Barfield to lead off the 9th. A pop up into short right field. Look out. And the ball falls in. And now the runner runs too far off the bag. And they have him in a rundown. And Barfield is tagged out. Can you believe that?
Boy, a couple of mistakes by both sides. Lack of communication here between Ryan and Ludwig. The ball falls, and then Barfield inexplicably gets caught out in no man's land. That's twice today. Base running mistakes have really come back to haunt the Cleveland Indians.
And look who is there at the first base bag.
Yadier Molina. And he's the one that gets the put out. And that run, Tom Brenneman.
Milwaukee getting hammered today. That one lofted into short left field. A base hit by Happy.
How big is that base running now?
Oh, try and put the ball in play. And he does not do it on the 3-2 pitch.
Another defensive swing there from Garco. So Ryan Franklin winning the battle.
2-2 on the way. In the air. Short left field. Schumacher is there, and the Cardinals have won it by a final count of 3-1. Brad Thompson gets a victory. Franklin notches his 15th save. Tomo Oka, the tough luck loser, he pitched beautifully as well. And Albert Pujols, 3 hits, including a pair of solo home runs.